start to turn it around.
And welcome. This is Joan, and this is the last Monday in 2024. Okay. I want to welcome back Magic Mike to the studio. This is his first day in the studio, new studios, and I want to wish him a happy birthday. But ToHealDC is dedicated to healing our community, healing our nation, and healing ourselves. And today's show, we will be focusing on healing ourselves and looking at the importance of meditation with a very special guest. But first, we're going to start the show off with another celebration, and that is the 6th day of Kwanzaa. Today is Nia. And we hopefully have on the air a very special guest who's going to be honored tonight, Baba AYIZE. Good morning, Baba AYIZE. Are you there?
Blessings, Sister Joan. How are you and the PFW family?
Good. It's great to have you on. And you have to help me now because I'm having some feedback. But as many people know, Baba AYIZE can be heard every Thursday at 6 p.m. with the wonderful show You Must Learn. He is very much part of the WPFW family and as part of the PFW community. And tonight, as part of the NIA celebration at the Macedonia Baptist Church in Bethesda, Baba AYIZE is going to be given the Outstanding Community Service Award this evening. And that is with support from the Marcus Garvey UNIA 330. AYIZE, congratulations for your award, and tell us a little bit about NIA today and what's going to be happening this evening.
Yes, well, thank you so much, Sister Joan. Definitely appreciate the community building work that you've been doing for many moons. And, you know, if folks don't know, Joan and I go back decades. In fact, I have a picture of some youth that I brought to WPFW when she was hosting with Brother Bay. Those students are now either in college or have graduated from college now. And so that just talks about how many decades we go back. And even before then, Joni used to frequent a vegetarian restaurant that I used to, co-manage, Delights of the Garden right there across from Howard University.
Wonderful
So we
restaurant.
go way back.
Yeah. We do, and we're both from New York City, and I think you went to the high school, I believe, that my father went to, Midwood High School. So, Baba, we're definitely family here.
That's right. That's right. And so, so I'm blessed. Yeah, so Joni, I've been blessed to be selected to receive this Marcus Garvey Community Building Award, and it is quite appropriate on this Kwanzaa night of Nia that we celebrate purpose, because we know the Honorable Marcus Garvey moved with the purpose to try and bring about the liberation of African peoples at home and abroad. And so to receive this Marcus Garvey award is definitely rewarding, as in fact I was blessed to meet Marcus Garvey's son, Dr. Julius Garvey, who used to do much of his work in New York, but he's now in Florida, and was actually working on a campaign to get the Honorable Marcus Garvey exonerated, and so had a chance to meet Dr. Julius Garvey. Dr. Julius Garvey spoke to children. We, really engage children around the legacy of Marcus Garvey. And so, for me to receive the award is definitely a blessing. And what I'm hoping to do is even dedicate the award to my son, who is transitioned to join the ancestors, AYIZE II, because AYIZE also was about community building. In fact, we started a drumming circle together. He called it the Boomy Brothers. When Lucy Murphy, a longtime other community dynamo, will call upon us to do some drumming, or, he was to speak at the Black Lives Matter during protesting after George Floyd's life was, snatched away from him in the lynching. AYIZE was to speak there. I went with him there and was inspired to start this Black Montessori fund, where we've given away, over almost $200,000 dollars to Black folk to get into Montessori. AYIZE worked with me at Delights of the Garden. We would do vending together. AYIZE II worked with me to help with this Rites of Passage program that we did here in DC, Kinty. And so, yes, I've been engaged with community building, and I'm going to dedicate this to my son tonight at Macedonia Baptist Church, 7 p.m. It's located there in Bethesda, Maryland, as you mentioned, Joni. 5119 River Road. So if folk want to join us, come on, 7 p.m. tonight, Macedonia Baptist Church, 5119 River Road, Bethesda, Maryland, 20816. And if folk want to find out more information, they can call 301-802-4022. That's 301-802-4022.
And people can also check the UNIA website, UNIA's Division330.org. This event is also going to be live streamed for those of you who may not be able to make it out there tonight, starting at 7, ending at 9. And again, we are very proud of our own Baba AYIZE. Many of us in the community who know Baba AYIZE, sending him constant love and support in the very tragic loss of his son this past October. So we're thankful that UNIA Division 330 had the wisdom to give Baba AYIZE this award, the Community Building Award for Outstanding Community Service, which Baba AYIZE and his son certainly have. So Baba AYIZE, we're very proud of you. And we wish you a blessed year. And again, you can hear Baba AYIZE Thursday at 6 p.m. And congratulations for your well-deserved award. And tell us before you leave, just a word or two about NIA for people who may not know.
Yeah, again, NIA is the African Kiswahili concept of purpose. So, in the vein of Marcus Garvey, we have to move with one aim, one destiny, one people, so that we can achieve the purpose of being the shining lights that the Creator created us to be. So, Joni, you keep shining your beautiful light, Birthday blessings to Magic Mike, and keep up the great programming with ToHealDC.
Thank you, AYIZE. Now we're going to jump into the main topic of the show today, and that is we're going to be talking about the importance of meditation. And I want to welcome my special guest, and I apologize that I'm having, despite my best plans, I'm having some technical issues this morning, but I want to welcome on the airwaves Joan, Shekhemt, McGoy. Welcome.
Good morning, Joni. Good morning to the PFW family of listeners. How's everyone this morning?
They'll be happy listening to you, and I'm going to ask you to do most of the talking because I'm getting an echo what I speak. But first of all, in one sentence, describe we're going to get more into in general the value and importance of meditation, but describe in one sentence what you do with an organization called, or an approach called, the Managed Mind.
Thank you. Again, thank you for the opportunity to be a part of the ToHealDC on this important night of purpose. And just to say, regarding this this term we have called meditation, it is actually a natural part of the human experience to go within and reflect. So I'm speaking about this capacity to do that, but the program that I work with, that I teach, is related to controlling it, managing it, and preparing the challenges that you have in life, the known ones. Through meditation and consistent practice, your nervous system will be calmer, and you can manage others as well. So we use meditation at Managed Mind as a rehearse, not the end. It is a means to handling life challenges.
Okay, and I want to just mention how we met. Actually,
yes.
Joan, why don't you talk a little bit how we met?
Okay. So Managed Mind has been working with Dr. Tyus, family physician in the DC area, excuse me. And it was with Dr. Tyus that I approached and asked if she was interested in having a meditation program in her office for her patients. And that was back in 2012. We decided on it, moved forward with it, and it was just a beautiful experience because, looking at omens, because we at Managed Mind, our program is geared towards, teaching the peace response to replace the stress response. I took it as omen when my first person that I worked with, her last name was Peace. And so that was just a beautiful opportunity. And as a result of that, of my working with Dr. Tyus in her office, I had an opportunity to meet this wonderful lady named Joan Eisenberg. And we sat down together and did session 1 of the 6-session program and just connected. And that's how we got to this point here and with ToHealDC and WPFW.
Yes, and again, Dr. Tyus is a holistic physician, does a lot of different kinds of work than the mainstream physicians, and she definitely promotes and supports the importance of not only eating well, exercise, but also meditation, and that's why we're happy to have Joan Shekhemt on today. Do you want to say anything, Joan, about your 2 names?
Certainly. I am, my name is Joan McGoy, to all of my bill collectors and some clients. And then in the community in DC where I used to live, I'm also known as Shekhemt. So I had the opportunity to be known by both. And just to say, how we got started with Managed Mind and what happened, my husband and I, both working at the same both lost our jobs at the same time when that institution closed, and we were looking to see what we could do. And he set up all the structure, had the beautiful and grand idea of, since stress was so big at that time, as it is now, um, that we should go into, teaching meditation as a tool to help people to realize that adversity is going to come, can't avoid it, so let's prepare for it. And so having taught meditation over the years, for over 35 years, it seemed like it just made the most sense. And so we redesigned our lives and around this project and this process, and have had tremendous success. I can say that honestly and truly. Teaching this program, using this using meditation as a tool for personal and professional development. Talking earlier about meditation and its benefits and why practicing, having a meditation practice consistently is invaluable. And so I'd just like to share that there's 1,000 peer-reviewed scholarly articles on the benefits of meditation. And at Managed Mind, we focus on the science behind meditation and how to utilize it as a practical tool. And so discovered, and I've had the blessing of working within the clinically to see it in action, and noted that confirm that benefits us in reducing stress, anxiety, depression. It helps to improve anger, grief, sadness, and then it helps to quiet down just in the practice, the proper breathing technique assists with those things. And we definitely focus in on the actual techniques that help to quiet the nervous system down, to slow the pace of what's in the mind through particular breathing techniques. But that's the beginning. Once we do that, we go in further in what we call the applied meditation technology. Use meditation as a behavioral strategy to help people to handle the life, have a hypertensive episode because of a stressful relationship in your family. You could be losing sleep because of a circumstance at your job. And so if we can approach those, the source of the elevation of blood pressure in this case, so the insomnia in the case I was speaking about, that now we can address the real issue at its cause and help to relieve the tension in the body, because you already have a means to address those issues. And that's really what helps to be so successful, is because we're addressing real issues. We were in the office and she was recommending a program, and she didn't really want to come. She had been having a headache for over 7 days, and she had tried everything. And when I offered her to just come and sit down, and if she wanted to leave at any point, she could. And what we discovered was that she was having some challenges with her nephew, and he had run away, and she had all these things that were just locked up inside of her that she was trying to negotiate, having given to him and shared with him. And then he just ups and leaves, and she was just really concerned. And so by the time we finished our hour together, her headache was gone. Most because we understand that we were issue. She had a place to talk about it and see and really process for herself about meditation. People say, well, I meditated for 10 minutes. And that's great. Please meditate. Please sit down, close your eyes, go within. Absolutely. But man, if I was taking a hot, relaxing bath and, knowing that it's, by restorative moments, right, I would certainly do it for longer than 10 minutes. And this brain science in terms of Managed Mind and meditation, we, work to help you to sit down quietly and sit longer and reflect. The goal is not to empty the mind. The goal is to fill it and reverse and prepare for those challenges that are coming up, or to process a challenging circumstance so you can see what it is that situation that you need to work on. And so you can address it, move forward.
Okay, folks, we apologize for the technical difficulties in the last few days of 2024. We are attempting to focus on meditation, and maybe we need to meditate about how to really make sure we're on the air. Again, we had to cancel the show last week because of challenges as well. So hopefully we will be able to continue today, or else we're going to have to try again to talk about meditation next week. Joan, Shekhemt, apologies to you. I don't know what happened when I was off, but were you able to bring in some of the people that work with you or that are your clients, Tanya or Julie?
During that period,
were they
no.
able to get on the air?
No, but if we still have time, I'd like to do that for a few moments. We did not prior.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'd like to share the microphone, as we might say, with LaTanya Buck-Hatcher. She's been a managed mind client. She's experienced the applied meditation technology that we use. She's been using the process that we call meditation scripting since 2020. She's a retired educator, entrepreneur, and Rutgers and Howard University alumnus. She's been an author and an adjunct professor at several universities and facilitated community programs working with youth and young adults in all walks of life. She had a rites of passage program in DC, which ran for over 15 years, called the AYIZE Passage Program. And she says that I've helped her professionally and personally in this period of retirement. But let's hear what she has to say about that and why she says it that way. I call her Dr. B. Dr. Bug, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Greetings. Thank you for coming and joining Joni and I, the PFW family.
It is definitely an honor. You're more than welcome, Grand Rising family. As Sister Shekhemt shared, she was highly recommended. And I have to say that after utilizing her services and her gift and our working together, it was interesting because she came up. I would share with people about the experience I was having, and before I could even say her name, people started saying, "Oh, are you talking about Shekhemt?" And I said, "Of course." So she is well known in various circles. I'm 4.5 years ago, at the beginning of the pandemic, there were loved ones who had passed, not necessarily due to the pandemic, but certainly we were all impacted their passing during that time. And I also, right after the passing of those loved ones, I picked up and moved for 2 years out of the area for about 2.5 hours, or about maybe really an hour and a half actually away. And I was caregiving two people, one loved one, both loved ones, but one was unexpected and one was expected. And during that experience, I have to say, prior to that, I was already doing meditation. I received acupuncture. I participate in Qigong, journaling, affirmations, etc. And all of those things I still do, and they're highly beneficial. But as it relates to Shekhemt's approach to what I would call the scripted breath meditation, it was phenomenal and is phenomenal to me. Some people, before I describe quickly that experience, some people will decide that they're going to work with Sister Shekhemt for yearly. Maybe some do it quarterly, some do it biannually. It depends upon the needs of the individual. For me, I have utilized.
If I can just ask you to really be clear about the benefits you got out of
Yes.
the experience.
Yes, that's exactly Sister Johnny, where I'm going. The benefits were phenomenal because it enabled me to work with those situations that I was experiencing at that time, and even now as I work with not trying to control the atmosphere, not trying to take over the atmosphere, but how do I respond to what it is that I'm experiencing? How do I respond in terms of responding with peace and not control, not trying to fix everything, not trying to solve everything, but to go into that place of peace. And we're not talking about just, some sort of area, we're trying to be peaceful, but really understanding what that means for me and how to function in a way where I can sit down and take those, not just the breaths, but in particular, what makes her process so phenomenal is the scripting, because we script together and we work on it together. And that script is a way of helping me not to relive anything necessarily, if we're talking about past or otherwise, but to, as she would say, review that past, gather that information from those lessons, and how do I want to now respond to what's happening, not only then, but how do I want to respond to what's happening now? And it has been absolutely a phenomenal experience. And when we finish scripting, however long that takes, whether it's a week or 6 weeks or whatever, then when Sister Shekhemt sends that guided meditation back to me, I hear my voice within her voice. And as I'm listening to that guided meditation, it's not reliving anything, but it is actually helping me to just peacefully close my eyes and go into that space where I get information that we scripted together about how I want to approach living, how I want to manifest, what are the desires and what are the things I want to focus on. And some things we may not want to focus on, but the way she delivers, even the sound of her voice helps to shift the atmosphere. So to me, that's been the beauty and the power of her particular meditative approach. I've never experienced anything like it, and I continue to utilize her services personally and professionally ever since then.
Okay, that's wonderful to hear. And
thank you.
I'm going to ask you, Joan Shekhemt,
yes,
a few questions. And you may have your second person coming on as well, but I wanted to ask you,
yes,
what suggestions or what is it like when you're trying to do meditation and you're facing some big challenges? Well, let's start with pain, physical pain. How can your approach to meditation help with physical pain?
Okay.
As many of us sometimes experience, I'm having a very bad shoulder pain right now as we speak, and of course, people are often experiencing severe ongoing pain. So, how might your approach to meditation, help in that kind of a situation?
Thank you. We have physical pain and we have emotional pain. So meditation benefits us because neurologically, when focused on the discomfort that we're having, of course, our attention goes there and that amplifies the sensation. But when we slow our breathing down at a particular rate, we breathe in a particular way, we start to activate what's called the parasympathetic part of your autonomic nervous system. And so what that does is it's the rest and digest, the calming, restorative part of your nervous system. And because your attention starts to focus more inwardly, it helps to facilitate the calming of the nervous system, of which pain receptors are a part. And so by focusing on the meditation process, and also we incorporate all the things that Ms. Latanya talked about. We incorporate affirmations, we incorporate visualization of goals. And so you would sit down and visualize yourself doing all the things that you would normally do if you were not in pain. So if you're a tennis player and you're having a problem with your elbow, you sit down, you do the meditation, you visualize yourself playing tennis with a really great opponent. You're doing very well as a part of the process. In the end, what I'm offering is personalized guided meditations for your real world circumstance. And it's what makes us different from other companies or other meditative approaches.
Okay, and one other question I had, what about when people are dealing with severe grief and loss? As we just heard, Baba AYIZE lost very tragically his son in October. Many of us experience, of course, sudden losses or losses that we knew were going to happen of our loved ones. How could meditation help us in those situations.
Because we're promoting a response of peace with, in terms of kinds of circumstances, and calm in your system and acceptance in your mind and the thoughts that this and you have to look. I really working with people want us. We get to incorporate your spiritual, religious beliefs, your interactions with that individual. We can come to terms with this person. What we tend to forget is that the transition, the person who has made it, we talk about wishing people to rest in peace, our final wish for them, but we have to understand we have to send them that peace because it comes within us. I often say that person who's crying the loudest doesn't mean that they cared the most. Is focusing in on sending that person to the ancestors that they can be at peace with where they
you're
are.
Breaking up.
Is that better?
Mikey, are people hearing our guests? I'm hearing it's breaking up a lot.
Thank you.
I don't know if your other client is on the phone. If
Yes,
not,
I
I'm going
believe
to
she is.
continue to ask. Okay.
Yes, she is.
Because we're
If I
running
may,
out of time.
okay, if I may
welcome.
introduce her. Her name is Julie Calkins. She's a mother of 3 sons, 2 daughters in love, and grandchildren. She's a person.
I can't. Joan, let's just go to her sharing her experiences because we're having them. We can't hear you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm well. Thank you so much for inviting me to share about my experience working with Joan. It's been nothing short of transformational. When you were just talking about pain, I can share that Joan helped me create a script when this time last year I had to undergo lung surgery and have a tumor removed. And I was quite fearful of pain. And I know from my own experience that I also have a tremendous amount of anxiety about it, and that amplifies the pain. And working with Joan, she was able to help me script a relaxation response where I could remind myself and tell myself about that I was safe and I was well and I was healing, and that pain was part of that process rather than pain being an indicator of impending doom or something terrible coming. It was part of the healing process, and it really helped me embrace it. And even though part of my lung was removed, I was back at work healthy and well within 4 weeks after surgery. And I really attribute it to spending time multiple times a day practicing that script. That's just one way that it's helped me. I have a past lived experience with addiction and substance use with methamphetamine, and I met Joan kind of early in my recovery, and she really helped me move through that whole process with a very kind, loving care for myself. I firmly believe I'm the expert on my own experience. And Joan was able to help me script this very affirming, loving way of helping redirect myself in areas where I would be challenged to get over some challenges. One thing, I had transferred my substance use addiction into a gambling addiction. After my first script with Joan, it's been 2 years. I've never been to a casino again. I haven't done any gambling. It has almost been effortless. And
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty profound. And what she was able to help me do is turn how I saw the experience around into gratitude for the opportunity to reaffirm what I know to be true for myself. And the gambling was coming out of, it was a coping mechanism to deal with trauma. And just recognizing that I had power to choose not to do that became even more meaningful than what the feeling of gambling was doing for me. And I'll be honest, I didn't know that's what I needed to do when I started seeing her. But through that conversation with her, it came out, that is what I was having a challenge with. It's really powerful to hear my words in the script. It's not her telling me what I need to do. It's through this conversation while we're talking, she pulls from the conversation the very meaningful things that I need to tell myself. So I think I'm on my 4th script with her. And the one I'm using right now is, I'd say it's the best, and it's really helping me heal my relationship with my money and my finances. And on a daily basis, it just really affirms the prosperity that I've created in my life and that I'm capable of having that grow and heal. And this is my favorite script so far.
Okay. And I'm going to ask Joan Shekhemt to jump back in. One of the things that she's talked to me about is the importance of having a consistent meditation practice. And Joan, perhaps you could talk about that unless Julie wants to also chime in. We have about 5 minutes left. But Julie, how were you able to make this meditation practice consistent? If you can just say that.
Yeah, I would love to. I would love to, because the thing that has made it effective is it's a choice I get to make to heal myself and to move forward, and so every morning it is part of my daily routine. I have earbuds next to my bed. I get up, I get a drink of water, I take my medication, and I sit back down and I do my practice. And it's my script is a little under 30 minutes. But the words part of it is about 20 minutes. And I remind myself I have time. I have 20 minutes, 30 minutes a day for myself at the very least. And if I don't do it, my day, I can feel myself going off track. It's part of my routine now, and it really grounds me.
That's great. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Julie, but we're running out of time.
Yes.
Joan,
Yes.
Your final comments, and also to make sure we don't forget, please share how people can, your website, if people want more information about your work, the Managed Mind.
Thank you. Thank you, Joni. So yes, if you're interested in getting some more information, you can log on to E as in THE, managedmind.com. To look forward to, you can leave your name and information there in the contact, on the contact screen.
And yes, I'm sure they can, if they go on the site, they can see that. But your final words, and again, the importance of having a regular meditation, a consistent meditation practice. And I must admit that I myself find that challenging. So what are your final words about how all human beings, so to be helpful, especially we talked about physical pain, we talk about loss, and in many of our cases, we can also talk about the horrific things that are going on in this world, including the genocide in Gaza. I can speak to that it's sometimes so disturbing that. Talk to us about how, again, the meditation can help with all these different kinds of deep pains that we go through as human beings.
Certainly. Well, in conclusion, I would say that I'd like to share with everyone that if you have a meditation practice, if you have a meditation recording, if you have something you do to stabilize you, for your own health, your self-care, please do it. Take the time every day to give yourself those 30 minutes, those 15 minutes, so that you can restore yourself for all the things that are going on in the world, in your relationships, in your city, in your community, and in the world at large. Your calm, the composure that you walk with every day feeds the energy that's around us. And we know that if someone's upset, we can feel that when they walk in the room. We get a sense of that. So let's make 2025 a year that we embrace those practices like meditation to help ourselves be the peace that we want to see in the world.
Absolutely. And again, I can speak for myself. Being very upset about something is not going to help the situation. It's not going to help the situation around the world. The first thing we need to do is really try to take care of ourselves each and every day. So, Joan, one more time, your website if people want to get more information.
Yes, the website is managedmind.com. And thank you for the opportunity. A voice for HealDC, the nation and the community and the self.
Okay. And we apologize for the challenges technically, but thank you so much, Joan Shekhemt McGoy, for your work that you do. And as we go out, this is the last time I'll be on in 2024. Hopefully by next week, some of these technical challenges will be addressed in our new studio. I want to give again much appreciation for Magic Mike. This is his first day back after a well-deserved 2-week vacation. I want to thank Mari and our HealDC team, including Mari, who helps every week with a Zoom, Crystal, who helps me in many ways, and of course Chuck Hicks, who is still in Louisiana, where he's from. Hopefully he'll be back with us next week. Reminder that today is NIA Purpose, and tonight there will be a celebration of our own AYIZE from 7 to 9 at Macedonia Baptist Church. For more information, again, you can go to the UNIA330.org website for the details. It's a live event, and it's also going to be broadcast online. Last but not least, best wishes for everybody for a new year with more justice and more peace for all of us and for each and every one of us, and also good wishes for WPFW. May we thrive in our new temporary place. May we find a permanent place in 2025, and we hope to see you all next year, which is in a couple days. We're going to go out with a special song in honor of the last Monday of the year and the coming year ahead. Leon Thomas's version of "The Creator Has a Master Plan." And thanks to everybody, and hang in there.
There was a time when peace was on the earth, and joy and happiness did reign, and each man knew his worth. In my heart, how I yearn for their spirit's return, and I cry as time flies. there is a place where love will always shine, and rainbows are the shadows of a love that's so divine. And the glow of that love will light the sky up above, and it's free. Can't you see? Come with me. The Creator has a master plan. Peace and happiness